I'm Kayla, and today I want to talk to you guys about my experience with meeting Dalton Rapattoni multiple times. This is going to be my first story time video that I've ever done, and I will probably do more videos like this in the future, um, especially if you guys like it. But so if you guys don't know, Dalton Rapattoni was on American Idol on the most recent season, which I believe was season 15, but I'm not positive about that. He made it to the final three before being eliminated. He had a very unique style. I mean, he mostly sang like pop and not really pop, more like rock songs, but he put his own little twist on them, um, which a lot of people thought was really cool, including me. And he made it all the way to third place on American Idol before being eliminated, and then kept writing music, doing tours, things like that. Um, and I don't really know how much to tell you guys about him. That's probably good. I mean, he's from Texas. There's not much to tell. I mean, you only learn but so much from watching American Idol. Um, but the first thing I did was I bought this t-shirt. This was the first thing that ever happened. Once he got off the show, he made this t-shirt. I don't think he personally designed it, but, the shirt came out. I immediately bought it. I actually believe this shirt was made while he was on the show, and I ordered it while he was still on American Idol. And I actually have two of them because I ordered it and it never showed up in the mail, and it had been a while, and I was like, where's my shirt? And so they resent it, and then I just ended up getting two because they both showed up. So I have two now. Then he announced, no, before that happened, I mailed him a letter. I wrote him a fan letter, just saying, that I was a really big fan and that I really liked his music and stuff like that. And in that letter, I sent him a picture and asked if he could sign it and send it back to me. And because I had seen other people do this with him and even with other celebrities, but I had seen him sending some back to people. And I wasn't sure if he would send it back to me, but I was like, you know what? It's worth a try. Because never in my wildest dreams did I think I would meet this guy. So I mail him a fan letter, and I mail him a picture of him when he was on American Idol and ask him to sign it. And I put an envelope inside the envelope that I sent, that already had a stamp on it and all that, so all he had to do was sign the picture and send it back. Well, sure enough, a few weeks later, I get a package in the mail. Turns out that package was from Dalton Rapattoni sending me back the picture I sent him signed. And of course, I framed it because I didn't want it to get messed up, and I have little siblings. So I put it in a frame so that they couldn't mess it up. He wrote to Kayla in the top corner because I have my name on the fan letter, and then he signed it down here. It's really hard to see. Okay, there you go. You can kind of see it in that light. It's hard to see because it's a dark picture, and it's a gold Sharpie that he used, and my glare is making it difficult for you to see. But he really did sign it and send it back, and I was super happy. And that was insane. Then, after he got off the show, I found out about a tour he was doing. He decided to go on tour. And back before he was on American Idol, he lived in Texas, which I'm pretty sure is where he still lives, somewhere in Texas, I don't know where. And he worked at a place called School of Rock as a teacher. So he went and did a tour with them when he got off the show called the School of Rock Gives Back Tour featuring Dalton Rapattoni. And they traveled around the country and they did shows where like the students from that music school would perform and then he would come on and perform a few songs at the end. And I really wanted to go see him, and he was doing meet and greets at all the tours. And I really wanted to meet him, like more than anything. So I decided I wanted to meet him. I decided I'm going to get tickets. I looked online and he wasn't coming to Virginia. And I was like, darn it. Because I live in Virginia. A lot of celebrity, singers and stuff that do shows will do them in, DC, which is only 2 hours away from me. So, a lot of times I can go there and see stuff, or sometimes people will come to Richmond, but he wasn't coming to Virginia at all. And I was bummed. And then I found out about a contest where it was on this app called Backstage, where you could write a poem about why you're a nobody, which is he called his fans the nobodies because he considers himself a nobody. And because he's always loved the Emily Dickinson poem that goes, I'm nobody, who are you? Are you nobody too? Then there's a pair of us, don't tell, they'll banish us, you know. I think there's a little more to it, but I don't remember the end. But it had to do with that, and it had to do with the fact that he thought of himself as a nobody. He didn't think of himself as famous. So his fans were the nobodies, because, you know, it's like the I'm nobody too kind of thing. And so he had a contest where you could write a poem about why you think you're a nobody, or why you are a nobody, or about being a nobody, or whatever. So I wrote a poem, and I entered it to win tickets to the show in Pennsylvania, because that seemed like the closest one to where I live would be Pennsylvania, that or New York. And I thought Pennsylvania was closer, so I went ahead and entered the contest for Pennsylvania. Well, did I think I'd win? Hell no. I didn't think I was going to win the contest. I thought maybe I would, you know, maybe my poem was really good. Maybe I had a chance. But I didn't think I'd win. Well, a few weeks later, I was in the car with my mom. I think we were like getting ready to go to a gas station or something. We were in the parking lot somewhere. And I started screaming. And she was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And I was like, "I won. I won the contest." And sure enough, I had an email telling me, "Congratulations, you are the lucky winner. Here's your tickets." And I was like, "Oh my God." So at that moment, I flipped out. I was like, "Oh my God, I'm actually going to go meet him now. This is going to happen." Well, I decided I really liked his I'm Nobody Too slogan, but I also really liked some of his song lyrics from some of his previous songs that he'd written before being on American Idol. So I made a necklace at Walmart in the dog tag machine. I made myself a dog tag because he wears dog tags a lot. And it says, "I'm nobody too." And then it says, to get to the rainbow, I'll suffer the rain, which is from a song he has called Storm on the Sea, or it goes, "To get to the rainbow, I'll suffer the rain, but right now my life is a hurricane." Life is a hurricane of weather, the weather fought through the storms to get to a heart that won't beat anymore for me. I'm your storm on, or you're my storm on the sea. And so I liked that lyric, so I put it on a dog tag, and I put the "I'm nobody too." And I wore this to the concert, obviously. Bingo. Um, no, well, that's not good. I'll find it later. Anyway, where was I? So I get so excited. I get all ready for this concert. The day comes. Me and my mom are getting ready to drive up to Pennsylvania, and at the time, I don't remember what was happening, but there was just a lot going on in our lives, in mostly my mom's life, but sort of in my life too. And it was just really chaotic, and it was a hectic time, and we were running late. And she asked me if we could call them and see if we can get the tickets moved to a different show. If I could like redeem them, use them at a different show, and we would go to a different show at a time that's less hectic. And I was super bummed out, but I said, "Okay, fine." And we decided to go to the New York show, which was a few weeks later. And so we called the people, and they said that was totally fine. And then we were at a gas station when this happened. We were in the car. We had pulled into a gas station because we were going to go to Pennsylvania. And we pulled into the gas station. My mom was like, "Can we just go to a different show, please? Like, there's too much going on right now. Can we just go to another one?" And I said, "Sure." And we called them, and they said it was fine. So we decided to go to the New York show. Well, unbeknownst to me, this person that I had been talking to, well, no, I found this out, but unbeknownst to me, something crazy was about to happen. This guy that we had called that was the one that said it was okay for me to go to a different show and, you know, be able to meet him and get in for free and all that, was his not his manager, but he was like the guy that owned School of Rock or something, or at least that location or something like that. And so he was in charge of that tour. So he was with Dalton. Well, I did not know this until I was in this store and I received, if I can find it in my phone. Sorry, I couldn't have everything ready beforehand because there's more than one thing I had to show you guys on my phone that goes with this story. So, yeah, I thought I had it just in my basic phone stuff, but it wasn't there. I'm trying to find it back here now. But I have to scroll back kind of far because it was like over a year ago that this happened. Almost there. Here it is. Little did I know I was about to get this.
Hello, Kayla. Dalton here. Super bummed that you couldn't come out to the show, but I'll catch you on the flip side.
No idea that was going to happen. I got that video while I was inside of a Sheetz. Okay? I was in Sheetz with my mom, and I got that video. I don't know. I think the guy had my phone number because we called on my phone to reschedule, to like be like, hey, can we come to a different show and still get our free tickets? And he said, yeah. And I guess he had my number from when we made that phone call. So that guy that was that manager that was with Dalton sent me that video that he had Dalton make for me, where Dalton said hi to me and said he was bummed that I couldn't make it, and then he would catch me on the flip side. And I lost it. I started squealing in the middle of Sheetz because of how happy I was that that just happened. Okay? Oh, hey, it's the thing I was trying to find a minute ago. Okay, anyway, so that happened. I haven't really shared that video with many people just because I didn't know if I was allowed. I didn't want to get in trouble or anything because I knew it was kind of a, like, you know, not something he does for everybody, and I didn't want people to get jealous and like start trying to ask for videos. Which is also why I would never give out the phone number. I still have the phone number of the guy that sent me the video, but I would never give that number out to anyone because they would use it to try to get to Dalton. Any Dalton fan would probably try to use it to get to Dalton, and I respect him as a person too much to do that, even though I don't even know him in person. I mean, I've met him, but like, you know, I'm not friends with him, but I still respect him enough to not do that because I know that if it were me, I wouldn't want, if I was like a celebrity of sorts, I wouldn't want my fans to be able to contact me like that. So, plus that's not even Dalton's number. Not that it would make a difference, but you know. So I will not be saying any more about that person that sent me that video or giving out any more information about it other than I got a video. And I really hope that anybody that sees this that is a fan of Dalton doesn't try to get a video now because I got one. Because that was just a thing that I just happened to be lucky and get it. I didn't even ask for it, it just happened. And I had absolutely no clue it was going to happen. Next, I go to New York. Me and my mom drive to New York. It's about a 6-hour drive, I think, from my house. Or from where I lived at the time. I've moved since then. But not very far. So it's probably still like 6 hours from my house. But anyway, I went to New York and I went to the concert. It was amazing. I don't remember the name of the place it was at, but it wasn't a very big venue because he had just gotten off of American Idol and it wasn't even a Dalton tour. It was a School of Rock Gives Back tour. So they didn't do it anywhere big and like huge or anything like that, but it was great. Was I front row at that one? I can't remember. I think I was. I think I was standing in the front row because I think we got there early enough that I was able to. And because it was the way it works is first come first serve. There's no like seats or anything. So it's just when you get there, you go stand, and however close you get to the stage is how close you get. So I was able to get in the front row at that show, I believe, because I was one of the first ones that got there. But then after the show, I got to meet him. I do have pictures. I got to go backstage. I have a video on my phone somewhere, but I'm not going to go look for that one because it's not very good quality because of the fact that it was recorded on my mom's phone. There's a bunch of people screaming and a bunch of noise. But here's a picture. I went backstage and I met him. This is a picture of me and him. I know it's hard to see. Maybe if I put it, there you go. It's still a little blurry, but I had eyeliner on because when he was on American Idol, he used to wear eyeliner a lot. So I started wearing eyeliner a lot. And he said in one point in like a live stream he did, he said what kind he uses, and I went and bought that kind. This picture, if you can see it, is him hugging me. He actually hugged me like 3 times, which was amazing. The reason I got to go backstage wasn't because I won the contest, I don't think. I think it was because my mom had been telling the guy on the phone that when we called to reschedule and go to that one instead, about how far away we lived, and so he was letting us go backstage to meet Dalton, so we didn't have to wait in the long line upstairs, so that we could get home, since we had a 6-hour drive ahead of us, because we weren't staying the night. We didn't stay the night in New York. We were just there for the day. But after that, incredible time of meeting him, and I also gave him the poem that I wrote about him. It wasn't super obsessive or anything. It was just a sweet poem that I wrote. But after that, and after getting him to sign my I don't really know what to call it. It's not really a program. It was just like a thing that like had him on it, and it said the show. It said like the dates and times. It said like the date and time of the show, and it said the name of the tour on it. And I got him to sign that. And after that, I went upstairs because I met up with a girl who lived in New York at the time, who I'd been talking to on Instagram, who was also a big Dalton fan and was going to be at the show. So we met up, and while my mom was, I don't remember where she went. She went to like the bathroom or something. And while she was gone, I went and got in line for the meet and greet with this girl. And my mom found me. By the time my mom came back, I was like halfway through the line. Not halfway, but I was a good chunk through the line because it was going pretty fast. And so I stayed in the line. And she let me. She was like, all right, fine, we'll stay. But if the line doesn't move fast, we're going to leave. But luckily for me, either the line moved fast enough or I convinced her to stay long enough. I don't remember. But anyway, I got upstairs and I met him a second time. If you can call this a second time. I consider this all one meeting because even though we technically met twice, it was in the same event and within 30 minutes of each other. So, but that happened. I went up there and I met him again and we took a picture. I'll put it closer to the screen if that helps. So that's that. Then while I was up there, his sister had come out at one point and sang with him. They did a song together, so she was up there like signing autographs too and stuff. So I got a picture with her. Her name is Sophie. Yes, her eyes are closed, but it's the only picture I got, unfortunately. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but I think I look creepy in that one. Just the way my eyes look. But I have her autograph as well on the same thing that he signed for me. And then I don't think I got his mom's autograph, but his mom was also there, and a lot of people were taking pictures with her. So I took a picture with her. So that's that. And then after that, I wanted to get merch, but the merch table had already been packed up. So we went home. Me and my mom went home back to Virginia. concert was over, and I ordered a t-shirt online, which was this t-shirt, which on the back it says the School of Rock Gives Back tour featuring Dalton Rapattoni, and it has all the tour dates on it. And on the front it says hashtag I'm nobody too. And I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it or not, but right there, he actually signed the shirt. I don't think you guys can see it because it's a purple shirt and a black Sharpie, and it doesn't show up very well, but right there, he signed it. I don't know if he signed certain ones and I just got lucky and happened to get a signed one or what. I don't think you can do t-shirts like posters where you can sign one and make copies. So I'm not really sure how that worked, but yeah. I wear this t-shirt a lot actually because it's not like most concert t-shirts. It's really soft. Most concert t-shirts are kind of like rough and not as comfortable, but this is insanely soft, especially for a concert t-shirt. So that is that. Then, about 6 months later, he did another tour called the Inspired Attempt Tour. And at that tour, he did come to Virginia, to somewhere in Richmond, I think. And of course, I begged my mom, and she was like, okay, we can go. Because since he was on American Idol, he wasn't like super famous yet or anything. He's still not really super famous. His tickets were pretty cheap compared to most concerts. So my mom was like, sure, we'll go. So we went to the concert, and that concert was amazing as well. I didn't get front row that time. I was a few rows back. Not that that's that big of a deal, except that I'm only 5 feet. I'm very short, and there was a bunch of tall people in front of me, so it's kind of hard to see. So that was a little bit annoying. But other than that, it was amazing. I did meet him again. I'm not sure if I have pictures in this photo album of that show or not, but if not, I have them on my phone. Yeah, no, these are all from that one show. Mostly pictures of him on stage. I have the picture in my phone from the second concert. It's not a great picture. I don't particularly like it just because I feel like I look weird. The way we're standing looks weird. But there you go. That's from the second time. I also did take a picture with one of the girls in his band just because she seemed really nice and she was taking pictures of people. I know it's hard to see her face. It's the way the lighting is in the picture. But that was that. Then about a year after that, about last August, yeah, last August. The one before that, the second show I went to was in October, I believe, and the one before that was in like July. Maybe of the same year, maybe of different years. I'm not entirely sure. I think they were the same year though. But anyway, that show, this third show that I'm talking about, happened this past August, so a little less than a year ago. About 6 months ago. And that one I think was the acoustic attempt. I'm not entirely sure what the name of that tour was because it was kind of confusing. But it was kind of to promote the fact that he had an album coming out, which I have. And he sang a few songs off the album, and he sang a few of his older songs, and did a few covers, and that was amazing. And actually, at the second show, the second concert I went to, that was about a year ago, not the tour concert, but the Inspired Attempt one, I got this hoodie, which is also signed because I got it before I met him again for the second time. It's signed in there underneath the O and the N. My mom actually got this for me and then pretended she didn't have it and then gave it to me for Christmas, but I kind of knew I was getting it. So I forgot to show that. But then at this third tour, he came to Virginia a second time, and I believe that was the acoustic attempt. I'm pretty sure that's the name of the tour, but I'm not positive. And he did a few songs off the album, as I said, and all that. He also had an opening act, actually two opening acts, that I had never heard of before. He had a few School of Rock kids perform. Then he had a girl named Lauren Carnahan, who I had never heard of. and she went up there, and she was actually really good. And I have 2 of her songs on my phone now that I listen to a lot. And then he had a band called The House on Cliff, which I also had never heard of, but I also think they're really good. And after the show, I went and met him again for the 3rd time, which would be this picture, if I can find it. It was before this. No, it was after this. Sorry, I'm scrolling through pictures from a long time ago trying to find the picture. I'm trying to remember what happened before and after it so I know if I'm going the right direction. There we go. Here it is. This was the 3rd time that I met him, and the final time, at least for now. That might be a better picture. I'm not sure. It looks darker on my phone, but it might look brighter to you guys. Better to you guys than that other one did. Or that was the brighter one that I tried to show, if that helps. But so I met him again a 3rd time. He was super nice. Also, another amazing thing that happened both the 2nd time I met him and the 3rd time I met him was I asked him if he remembered me, and he said yes. The 2nd time he said yes, I remember your face. And then the 3rd time I said, you remember me? He said yes. My next thing I'm going to do, the next time I meet him, assuming I get to meet him again, which I hope I will, I'm hoping he'll do an album tour and do all the songs on the album, in which case I'll probably get to meet him again. The next thing I want to ask him is, what's my name? Do you know my name? Because now I know he's going to remember me again, because he remembered me the last 2 times, but does he know my name? I don't know. So I'm curious how he'll answer that. I'm curious if he actually knows. But at that show, I have to show you guys these pictures in my phone because I don't have them on my photo album. I haven't had a chance to print them out yet. I want to print a few of them out, but I just haven't had the chance yet. Where are they? Why can't I find them? Okay, well, you know what? I posted them on my Instagram, so let's just go find them on my Instagram. I got to meet Lauren Carnahan, which is this girl. She had purple hair at the time. I don't know if she still does, but she was really nice. And then I also got to meet his other opening act, which was The House on Cliff, which is these 4 guys. The 2 that I'm standing in between, the one with his shirt open is named Bill, and the other guy on the other side of me with the button-up shirt is Charles. Charles was super nice to me. He actually talked to me a little bit at one point, just like said hi, kind of, and he seemed really nice. Bill too. The other 2, I don't remember their names. Did I put it in here? No, I didn't. I don't remember the other 2 guys' names, but I didn't really talk to them much, but they seemed nice. I mean, they were willing to take a picture with me and all that. So, that's that. They actually are really good. Their music, I mean. I also at that concert got this bracelet, which I had Dalton sign, but I think the autograph might have wiped off completely now. Darn it. Oh no, it's right there. You're not going to be able to see this, I don't think. Very faded, but he did sign it right there. And then I also got this t-shirt that says Nobody's Home, which is the name of his album. And you can see where he signed it as well. I was actually wearing this when he signed it. Which is why I didn't ask him to sign like down here or anything, because I didn't want to be like, hey, sign my boob, because that would be weird. So I made sure to pick a spot that wouldn't be like inappropriate or anything. We had these papers, luckily, that during the show somebody gave them out that said Nobody Will Never Be Alone, that we were holding up when he sang Trust Nobody. So I used the back of it to have the House on Cliff people sign it. And also on this side, Lauren Carnahan. No. Maybe this one's Lauren. That one's Bill. Oh, I think that one's Charles. And then on this side is that one's Bill, obviously because it says Bill. These two are the other two House on Cliff guys, and then this one is Lauren Carnahan. And then down here it just says hold up during Trust Nobody, which is what they wrote on the back when they handed them out to us. Whoever gave them out, it was just someone that was at the show gave them out. Also, another thing I forgot to mention about the second time I met him was he did sign the back of my dog tag. It's peeled off now because I put clear nail polish over it to get it to stay on, and then it fell off. So I'm going to use puzzle glue. My mom said that should fix it. So I'm going to try that later, and hopefully that'll get fixed. But yeah, so the third show, I met the opening acts, and I met Dalton the third time. He remembered me again. It was insane. It was amazing. I was front row again at that one. I was also with my mom and my boyfriend at that one. My mom and I both had the meet and greet tickets, but my boyfriend just had general admission. So we got to go in before him, and he had to wait outside a little bit. And I actually got to do a private pre-show, where only the meet and greet people got to be there, and Dalton came out and sang a song off his new album to everybody. And so that was really cool because there wasn't a lot of people there besides me, so it was kind of neat to get to be a part of that. I actually have a picture from that I really like, if I can find it. I don't know how I happened to get it, but I absolutely love it because I just feel like he looks really good in the picture, and I feel like I got a really good pose. Right here. So that's one of my pictures from the pre-show. He was doing the splits and holding his guitar, and I can see his face when I look at it, but you guys probably can't because it's really bright. Again, sorry about that. But so yeah, so that's my Dalton experience, and I have to say, he is so sweet and nice, and just awesome. And it's been so much fun to get to meet him as many times as I have. I hope I get to meet him a lot more times. He's just a really cool guy. I would love to be friends with him, honestly. Just friends. I know a lot of people that like a celebrity guy are like, oh my god, I want to date him. Oh my god, have my babies. But I'm not like that. I mean, yes, he's hot. But, I mean, I just want to be friends with him. I honestly think he'd be a really cool guy to be friends with. Um, so yeah. So that is my time meeting Dalton Rapattoni. That is my story time for today. I just want to say, if by some chance you happen to see this, Dalton, I just want to say thank you for being a super nice guy, and I'm really glad I've gotten to meet you 3 times. It's been amazing every single time. I hope you liked that poem I wrote you a while back. I don't know if you ever actually read it, but I hope you liked it if you did read it. And I look forward to meeting you many more times. I look forward to hearing all the music that you continue to make because you're amazing. Okay. Um, Shout out to Lauren Carnahan. Shout out to the House on Cliff. Shout out to Dalton Rapattoni. You guys should go check all of them out. I'm not going to put links in my bio because I'm not sure if I know how to do that. I'm going to try to link to their YouTube pages in my bio so you guys can go check out all their music. But if for some reason there aren't links in the bio, that's just because I couldn't figure out how to put them in. I'm not very good with technology, so I'll do my best. But there's probably going to be links in the bio, so go check out their music, give it a listen. They're all amazing people. They're all incredibly nice. So go give their music a listen. Please subscribe, leave me comments, tell me what you want to see next. If you like this video, I can do more story times. I can make them shorter. I know this is really long. And please leave a like if you like the story time videos, and I'll make more. Leave a comment, tell me what you think. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.